welcome back to Life in Every Season. We're bringing things to you, things that we like to try, and just see if you guys enjoy the content of what we're bringing you. My husband and I went camping, and we went primitive camping. No running water, no electricity, no toilets. And we did it for 48 hours, and it was really fun. One of the things that makes our camping easier is that we have a rooftop tent. It is the Tepui Explorer Air 2. This tent stays on the top of my car all the time, and it really has made a difference if we recently had to run out and take care of a family emergency, and we had a place to sleep for the night. The things that I like about the tent: it's easy to pop open. You'll see that here a little bit later in the video, is how quickly my husband Bruce was able to open that tent up. It's fairly comfortable. It's very warm. We have slept in it in low 30-degree temperature, and with a good sleeping bag, we stayed warm. I like that it has a flap on the top that you can remove, a rain flap, and you can lay in the tent and look at the stars. It's really beautiful. The things I don't like about it, I think the only thing I don't like about it, it's a pro and a con. You're up on top of the car. You don't have to worry so much about critters, bugs is bad, those types of things. But
stays clean.
It stays clean. We take our shoes off. We have a little bag underneath the steps, and our tent stays relatively clean, which is great. But the one thing that probably the biggest con for me as a woman is in the middle of the night when you have to go to the bathroom. Now, we have figured that one out, but there's no easy way for a woman to go to the bathroom in the tent. Guys have a few different options. That's probably the biggest drawback, in my opinion, is that you have to climb outside to go to the bathroom. We've used it, this is our second full season, is that correct? And we've loved it. And we found it on a good deal on Craigslist. And if I had to do it over again, I would probably get there's a little side thing that you can attach to the side of it, so you can have privacy if you want to change clothes or use it for bathroom or showering. That would probably be the only additional thing that I would add to it. So let's go over some of the stats with it. It is designed to withstand a lot of different seasons. It's perfect tent for pretty much year-round adventure. It can accommodate up to 2 people. It is constructed of coated 600 denier and a 260-gram poly cotton blend, if that makes any sense to you guys, because it doesn't completely to me. But it's made to withstand a lot of elements. We have slept in it at one point last summer. We took a 3-night camping trip to run away from electronics and work. It rained the entire time. It never got wet. It was great. So I'm going to say this stuff is good. The tent fabric is both UV and mold resistant. We have had to put the tent away a little damp at times because we had time constraints and couldn't sit and wait for it to dry out. We've not had any problems with mold, with it smelling funny after being packed away, in a damp situation.
But we always tried it out.
But we usually do, after we get home, even if we have to pack it up quick, the first sunny day we have after that, we will open it up and air it out so that it does get dry. I would suggest if you do this that you take care of it that way. There's 4 large internal pockets for storing gear. The great thing about those pockets is they're right on either side of the tent walls. So each person who's sleeping there has their own pocket. We stick our keys in there. I stick a bottle of water in there. Anything else I need to get through the night. They're really nice and deep, and they're very wide. So that makes it really nice for both people to be able to, because guys bring different stuff than girls do when they camp. So I really like that feature of it. Sleeping capacity, as I told you, it's 2 people. You could probably get an adult and 2 small children, and I mean like toddlers or really small kids in there, but it's comfortable for 2 people. Um, I can go through the dimensions and I'll do it very quickly. The size with it closed, which is on top of your car, is 42 by 48 by 11, and that is length, width, and height. With it completely open, it's 84 by 48 by 39. The sleeping footprint itself is 84 by 84. Mosquito screens.
The sleeping footprint is 48 by 84.
Sorry, guys. I'm so glad he
It's
is
only
here.
it's only 4 feet wide.
4 feet wide. He is correct. Mosquito screens. It has the no-see-um mosquito screen, so we've really never had any problems with bugs coming in, even in the middle of the summer when it's really hot. It does have a rain fly, and that fabric is 420D polyester Oxford, PU coated. It does have a high density mattress in it. It's a 2.5-inch foam, and it comes with a cotton cover. Okay, here's maybe one more of my dislikes. I know that mattress has to be a certain thickness to be able to have the tent close up on itself. I would suggest, if you're going to camp more than one night, that you invest into some other type of mattress material to put over top of it. It's, like I said, it's okay for one night, but if you go past that, you're going to feel it later on in the day, because it does it's a little stiff. The travel cover that goes on the top of it, it is 1000 gauge heavy duty PVC, and the internal frame is 5/8 aluminum tubing. It weighs about 105 pounds. Now, there is about a foot height difference between me and Bruce. So getting it on top of the car is a challenge for me. So we usually try to get other family members to help us. But 2 adults who can lift about at the same level can put that on the car pretty easy. And the base construction is welded aluminum tube with insulation and aluminum cap sheet. It does have a really cool ladder that telescopes. It flips on the top, and you'll see that in the video. When we open it up, it actually comes out, and you can adjust the height of it depending on where you're at and how far down the ground is for you to be able to get up and down the ladder. It's a little narrow, but it's very sturdy. I've never had any problems or been afraid of it being too wobbly or anything. Once it's down on the ground, it's a very sturdy ladder. I believe I have a little bit more to talk about. Some of the places that we've taken this, we have taken it to some national state parks in Tennessee. That was the primitive camping. We have taken it to family members' house and camped out in their front yard. We've also taken it to more traditional type of camping facilities where may not be electricity, but there's bathhouses and there's, places to wash your dishes and things like that. It's been a great addition to our camping. For a long time, we were camping in the back of either our van or one of our SUVs. That's okay, again, just like the same thing. That's good for a night. This has made it possible for us to take longer camping trips. I'm enjoying it. I would suggest that you give it a good look if you're thinking of something like this. We did leave the tent the entire season this year on my car. Last year we took it off for the winter. We've had no problems with the seasons and the snow, and we had a lot of rain here in Western North Carolina last year. We've had no problems with it. So in wrapping this all up, this is a purchase that I'm really glad we made. It is a really good addition, especially if you want to get out in more primitive areas and camping. It's usable, it is portable, it's always on top of your car, so you have more room on the inside of your vehicle to bring other things that you want to bring for camping. So I hope you enjoyed this. Give the Tepui rooftop tent a look, and I hope that you might want to get one, and maybe we'll run into everybody somewhere out on the trails. I hope you have a great afternoon, and thank you so much for visiting Life in Every Season.